Hey everyone, Metagross Freak here. It's been over 2 years since I have done my Why is Monster Reborn banned video, and I'm still getting tons of views and comments on that, which is great. But I'm here to talk about another card that's really weird that it's banned, and that's Chicken Game. And according to the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki, Chicken Game, which is a card I just found out about this week, is forbidden in TCG Advanced and limited to one copy in Traditional, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. So I checked the actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden list, and here we have Chicken Game is forbidden slash limited since the list was updated in August 24th of 2016. So I checked to see when Chicken Game was put out. I hadn't heard of the card before, and lo and behold, in the TCG in English, the only place you can get it is Clash of Rebellions as a short print, which came out in August 6th of 2015. Which means this card was only out for a little over a year before it was put on the forbidden and banned list. Which is kind of impressive. You know, you don't hear about cards getting banned that soon unless they're really broken. So let's take a look at what makes Chicken Game so OP that they put it on the ban list within in about a year. So Chicken Game is a field spell card. It's a continuous card because of its field ability, and it has like an ignition-like effect. Basically, the player with the lowest life points takes no damage from various card effects, and once per turn during the main phase, the turn player, which is, of course, being the player whose turn it is, can pay 1,000 life points to activate one of the following effects. They can either draw one card, destroy the card, Chicken Game, or gain or give their opponent 1,000 life points. And of course, neither player can activate cards or effects in response to the effect activation of Chicken Game. Now, obviously, there are so many cards like Mystical Space Typhoons and Dust Tornado that destroying this card of Chicken Game is not worth the 1,000 life points unless you're planning on playing another Chicken Game. I don't know. Basically, this effect, the destroy the card effect, is stupid. And you could, once per turn, pay 1,000 to give your opponent 1,000, which would put you and your opponent at a. It would put them. You would change the total, the balance, by 2,000, which potentially would give you the ability to take no damage. That could be useful if you're really low on life points and you don't want to be taken out by like a single pierce damage, or even a card as dumb as like Sparks, or something like Sparks, or if anyone uses it, like Convulsion of Nature, sorry, Burning Land or Sparks, something like that does a little bit of damage. So really, I guess the big advantage is paying 1,000 each turn to draw one card, which isn't really that super strong of an effect anyway when cards like Royal Magic Library came out. Now, I did a little bit of research, and according to a lot of different, not a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh forums, but according to a good number of people on the same one Yu-Gi-Oh forum, the fear is that Chicken Game's effect, basically, if you get it in your opening hand, can be useful for first turn or one-turn kills, I guess. And because if they didn't limit it or ban it, if you had 3 copies, you could potentially do this 3 times, not 3 times a turn, but you could essentially have 3 Chicken Games not out all at once, but have 3 of them during different points in the game to help you, is the thinking. However, right now, a lot of first turn kills and one-turn kills use the card Royal Magic Library. That's why I have this up. And looking at Royal Magic Library, holy cow, this would be a great card in a first turn kill. could imagine you simply having four of them, since it's sorry, not four of them, three of them in your deck because it's unlimited, and using cards like reload and reload and uh, cards like that. Oh, Magical Mallet. I can't remember what the other one is. Reload and Magic Mallet to try to essentially just grind your deck until you get the cards you want, and because you're playing spells, you're gaining spell counters, which you can then remove to draw more cards to make up for the fact that you're not benefiting from using cards. So, I guess maybe that's the fear, is that Chicken Game will be abused in first turn or one turn kill decks. But when Royal Magic Library you can have 3 copies in a deck, and Chicken Game, even if you had 3 copies, is not nearly as good, is it really worth banning? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I personally don't think Chicken Game is that strong of a card, especially since it can benefit your opponents too. Like, if I could use it for a first turn kill, and if I mess up, my opponent could potentially use it for a first turn kill, arguably. And really, the only thing I find it being useful for is either at the end of a game, preventing you from going down from just a little bit of damage, or helping you get 1 or 2 little draws early game for those key cards. So yeah, in the comments below, let me know what you think, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about why you think it's banned, or sorry, forbidden in TCG, or limited in traditional. Um, Now for just a little bit of trivia, Chicken Game is also kind of the sequel to the card Pole Position, which is a card that's actually capable of creating multiple illegal moves in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Um, so as you can see in the artwork of Chicken Game, you have the tank from the card Overdrive overtaking the Oni tank. I think it's the T34, Oni tank T34, and they're playing a version of Chicken in which both tanks are driving as close to the edge of a cliff as possible, and whoever stops first is the quote-unquote chicken. This is actually kind of the sequel to the card Pole Position. If you look at the artwork, we have here Oni Tank and Overdrive, and it looks like they're racing, and here Overdrive passes up Oni Tank. Though this card, I actually have a couple copies of Pole Position, came out in Dark Revelation Volume 3 and Flaming Eternity. So, considering these cards came out in the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, they started racing in Dark Revelation and Flaming Eternity, which Flaming Eternity was GX, and they're still racing as of, I believe, the current series is Arc 5. I kind of fell out of Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while. I'm just kind of starting to get back into it. It's interesting. I know I'm using an ad blocker. It's interesting that they're continuing the lore of these cards that basically have no additional expansion. So, I don't know. I really loved Oni Tank's artwork as a kid. It was one of my favorite artworks long time ago when I barely even knew the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's kind of cool. So yeah, thanks for also now listening to this trivia. And let me know, I guess, then, if you're still watching, then not only why do you think Chicken Game is banned or forbidden, but maybe also what is some of your favorite in-card game lore. Another card lore I'm really a big fan of is Inpachi. I have all 4 of the Inpachi cards in my collection binder. I know they're not crazy rare or anything, but I love their artwork and the story of Inpachi. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm a Gross Freak, and have a great one.